The NASA climate scientists who claimed 2014 set a new record for global warming, ultra-high temperatures, they said last year, highest ever, they admit they're only 38% sure this is true. Not sure I understand that. ClimateDepot.com's Mark Morano is with us. What's this, only 38% sure? You've got to make me understand this. It sounds like they're not sure at all.
No, they're not. In fact, their error bars for claiming the hottest year are 500% higher than the claimed difference. In other words, they're talking about statistically meaningless temperature differences that the instrument record can't even measure. It's way outside any margin of error. So it's statistical nonsense. Now, you said at the beginning, Stuart, can we poke holes in this? I mean, this is a house of cards. It's collapsed on its own weight. What they've said is that it's the hottest year on record based on statistically meaningless difference of hundredths of a degree between the hottest years. And then they said, we're only 38% sure that it's even that. And so this whole house of cards has collapsed on them. They knew from the beginning that the media would run with this as though the hottest year claim meant something, yes. But it absolutely means nothing. It means, in reality, that the global warming pause continues, and according to satellite data, it's 18 years, 3 months. Every kid in high school has never experienced global warming in their lifetime, despite what NASA's claiming.
18 years and 3 months, over that entire time span, the temperature of the Earth, if you can measure it, has not gone up. That's accurate?
Yeah, it's not. It was higher 18 months, 3 years ago, and it's been fluctuations. But this is according to the satellite data, which was set up by NASA to be more accurate than the land-based data, which they constantly adjust. They cool the past, they heat the present. There's all kinds of issues with sighting, with land-based thermometers. So they now want to ignore this satellite data, which shows the 18-year pause, and even the land-based data shows incredibly stable temperatures, and there's no hottest year claim. This does not stand. We have scientists now using words like deception, lies, misleading against NASA. Their lead scientist is Gavin Schmidt. He's got egg all over his face with this. I mean, he knew when this went out to the media that this was something that they did not have the confidence in that he should have presented. And the former head of NASA was a guy named James Hansen, a climate guy at NASA. He was arrested at least half a dozen times protesting global warming. He endorsed a book calling for ridding the world of industrial civilization. This is the lead global warming scientist at NASA. This is the previous one, James Hansen, and now we have Gavin Schmidt. NASA has a major agenda when it comes to global warming, and they're willing to do this kind of misleading and deception when it comes to hottest year claims.
So you don't think that the Earth is warming?
The Earth is warming since the end of the Little Ice Age, about 1850. That's, in fact, most of the glaciers you see that people get all excited about, significant portions of them had melted by 1900, before humans could have possibly had any kind of warming effect on the climate. And we've actually probably cooled since the medieval warm period of about 900 to 1300 AD. So it depends on your timeline. We've probably been stable or cooled since the Roman warming period, in the time of around 0 AD. So it all comes down to where you pick your timeline. But yes, we have warmed since the 1970s global cooling scare, when they talked all about extreme weather, and there's a consensus and a tipping point. All the same rhetoric about warming was being used then about cooling. But currently we're at 18 years with no warming, and there's no reason to expect any scary scenarios of global warming in the future. In fact, climatologist Judith Curry is predicting at least a decade more of stable temperatures. The pause will continue.
All right, Mark. Where have you been in the media over the past week? I mean, I've not heard your voice. I've heard the other guys. I've not heard yours. Okay. Mark Morano, thanks for coming on the show. We appreciate being with us today.
Thank you, Stuart.
Mark, good stuff.
Thank you very much.